Hey everybody, my name is Eric. This is a post in regards to there.com. I know that very shortly they're going to probably be offering the game free, well, not free, subscribing to the public. Just one of the glaring things that I know a lot of people who played the game for a long period of time, who enjoyed the fact that it was a massively open world that encouraged exploring and building and traveling around. One of the disappointing things to see coming back with the relaunch of There is neighborhoods. Now, I don't know, Michael Wilson can correct us if we're wrong, but from what most of us understood, neighborhoods were not very profitable. They taxed systems, they required a lot of maintenance and customer support. They really chopped up the world in terms of exploration and free roam and driving buggies and driving hoverboats, and they offered to work around with the boundaries of the hood where you just bounced off, but it still kind of impeded the whole concept of a massively open world. And I know one of the things that, at least for a lot of the long existing members who didn't like investing in porta zones, was that their housing offered an alternative. You still had customization, you could still drop a PAS to use as a front or backyard. Um, it gave you just enough building room where you weren't dealing with a humongous inventory, and it just gave you a sense that you owned a house inside of there. They never seemed to be all that interested in exploring expanding housing, being it thematic housing for the continents, creating condos, two-story houses, shared houses for couples or relationships, giving permissions to build within the zone. I know a long time ago they claimed that the technology or what they used to create it was outdated, but seeing as how they're trying to encourage subscribers and adult subscribers, people who would in fact spend money on something like this, I'd like to appeal to Michael Wilson and say, hey, there are a lot of us out there that liked their housing, even with its limitations. We'd like to see something offered that gave us an alternative, that gave us something new, that didn't wedge us into dealing with a neighborhood with strict guidelines as to who can be let into the neighborhood, building restrictions, theme restrictions, being kind of stuck with a certain set of neighbors that the owner approves of. And yes, you can leave neighborhoods, but they just seem to fly in the face of what there originally was. Neighborhoods don't encourage the community that there does. Porta zone communities like Duda Beach, Caldera, Motu Motu, plenty of other things like housing communities that we had all over there. For most, well, not all over there, but on the main continent, in the desert, they were unique. They were something awesome to happen upon. They don't even have to be announced. You could just plop them down somewhere and open them up for rentals and see what happens. I mean, there were a lot of great housing communities that were busted up by porta zones, further busted up by neighborhoods, and neighborhoods didn't really appeal to people. They started out too big, then you made them small, then you put them on islands, you oversaturated the market with them, they were overpriced, the appeal of them just died. They really died. And for someone who enjoyed the idea that I had a house, I could go in, change the floors, change the ceiling, change the wallpaper, I could walk out in my front yard and look around and see the ocean, see my neighbors. It offered something unique that was very there. Something that most MMOs with housing don't offer anymore. I can very easily point to something like Free Realms, where their housing is instanced. Yes, you can invite people. Yes, you have a listing feature within Free Realms to show your houses off to other people, but it doesn't encourage community. And what they lacked in community, they have in customization. They have two-story houses, single-story houses, themed lots, all sorts of building materials. Those materials are customizable. You can bring pets onto the lot. So there's a trade-off, I guess, for what you get in instance housing, but open world housing is something that is a key to community. And I really wish they would consider it. I mean, I know right now their big push is to end up in the black, end up profitable, end up being able to open up there to the public. And I say this as somebody who played the game for about 5 years. I enjoyed it a lot. There were things that were introduced and explored that turned a lot of us off. Branding, neighborhoods, two of the biggest things that just really debased the community in the game, really destroyed exploration, free roam, and if you're going to be opening it up to the public, to an adult community, since you're going 18 and above, please consider re-exploring their housing, giving us more alternatives, things that would definitely generate revenue for you guys. I mean, wallpapers, flooring, different yard ornaments, different houses. I mean, even if there was a way of opening the houses up to the developers to customize. I mean, we have a great development community that I'm sure is coming back with the game. It would be really, really great to have those options. Now, I don't know, I might be wrong, and anybody is welcome to disagree with me. This will be up on YouTube, and I'll probably cross-post it with the I'm So There forum. But please, as a member of the community, we'd really like to, be able to see these things come to fruition. And as a side note to customer service, I've sent you guys 2 emails. Came from EBERESKY1 at AOL.com. I've been trying to revive my legacy avatar. It has not worked yet. I'd really appreciate somebody from customer service getting back to me. I know you guys are really busy and there's not many of you, but those of us that would like to help you guys out and get things rolling, keep us in mind. Thank you again.